Hi, I'm Isaiah, and this is my good trail buddy El Guapo. We're out here in Pisgah National Forest near Asheville, North Carolina, where I live. And in my 15 years of working in student travel with academic expeditions, I've taken students to the great cities and important places of our nation's history. And sometimes the students come away with this feeling of their hometown is not very impressive, and there's not the great things in their town. They say, oh, my home is boring. But I don't believe that, because our big cities, they have stories of founding fathers and stories of people who helped establish those communities and sacrifice to make them better. And I believe that's true of any town, a small town. It may not have the big monuments and such, but it will have a cemetery where people are buried who've contributed to that town. It'll have churches and community buildings and government buildings that help manage and contribute to that town. And so what we're looking for at Academic Expeditions in our 2016 video contest is for our students who are going to come on an academic expeditions to think of themselves as a tour guide, a hometown tour guide, to show us the highlights of their town. Because again, we believe every town has things to showcase, and we want to see what that is for you. It doesn't have to be grandiose or big and the stuff that you take the pictures of and the postcards, but there are special things to highlight. And as an example, that's why I'm walking on this trail here with El Guapo. This trail that I'm on here is called the Shut-In Trail. Sure, it's a hiking, walking trail today, but originally when it was built by George Washington Vanderbilt to connect two homes that he had built. One called the Biltmore Estate, which is about 10 miles that way, and about 8 miles that way is the Buck Spring Hunting Lodge that he built. Neither of these were humble cottages. In fact, the Biltmore House is, even today, the largest privately owned home in America. And the 18 miles between them was all land that he owned and purchased when he moved down here. Now, sure, he was a very rich guy, and maybe you might be thinking, oh, he had a lot of money. But the things he did with the land, he helped employ a lot of local people, establish community programs, and establish the first school of forestry in America in this area, which allowed for the regeneration and study of our nation's forests and to replenish these forests. And as an extension of that, after his death, the family negotiated the sale of 90,000 acres to the U.S. government to create what I'm standing on now, Pisgah National Forest. And so this land is no longer private, but it is in the public hands to enjoy, for El Guapo and I to get out to run, hike, or bike, and enjoy. And it's great anywhere in the country where there's public lands available, but we're especially blessed here in Asheville to have great mountains and public lands for anyone to enjoy. Didn't have to buy this land to enjoy it. Just to be a citizen in this area, or anyone who visits can enjoy it. So I'm very grateful for that, what George Vanderbilt left behind, what other pioneers in the environmental movement have made sure that the public had access to these beautiful landscapes. And so El Guapo and I are going to continue on our hike and enjoy the Shut-In Trail here near my hometown, Asheville, North Carolina. Let's go, buddy.